Live, streaming, and on the ABC 3340 app. This is ABC 3340 News at 6.
A decision from a 3-judge federal panel to determine Alabama's congressional map for the 2024 election cycle could come within hours. During a hearing in federal court, the judges heard arguments for and against 3 plans submitted by a court-appointed special master. Good evening, I'm Brenda Ledon.
And I'm Stephen Quinn. Each of the maps is meant to satisfy the Voting Rights Act and also ensure that the votes of the state's black voting population are not diluted. ABC 3340's Aaron Wise is at the federal courthouse. Aaron, you say the plaintiffs arguing for these maps felt good after the last hearing.
Stephen, this has been a 2-year-long process, including several lawsuits, rulings from federal court and the U.S. Supreme Court, as well as a special legislative session. Now, the state rejected all of the possibilities from the special master, while plaintiffs favored plans 1 and 3.
We're almost at the finish line for fair representation. We don't have that in Congress currently. And so to be able to have that with this new map that will come out, it's going to be an exhilarating feeling.
Of the 3 congressional map plans created by a court-appointed special master, plaintiffs in Allen v. Milligan preferred remedial plan 1.
There is a community of interest that exists between Pritchard, Chickasaw, and Mobile, that they're a part of the Black Belt in some significant ways. And Plan 1 is the only plan that fully connects those communities in a way that we think makes sense and respects them. And it also includes the important Black Belt community of Dothan.
Plan 1 is the only map with 2 majority-minority districts, District 2 and District 7. District 2 would be considered an opportunity district in Plans 2 and 3, meaning a black preferred candidate would stand a good chance of winning an election. Plan 3 was also favored by plaintiffs in all 3 congressional redistricting cases. It splits 6 counties rather than the 7 seen in Map 1. Plan 3 also provides the best election performance analysis for black candidates. The state objected to all 3 maps for racial gerrymandering, but found Plan 1 as the most objectionable.
They've made that argument twice to the Supreme Court, and twice the Supreme Court has not given it any credence.
There's already discussion about who will run for the 2nd congressional district. State Senator Marika Coleman of Jefferson County says she is considering it.
If I decided to run, we would definitely, have a place there. But I don't think it's really about where you live. I think it's about what you can deliver for an area. I do have a track record for deliverance over the past 20 years.
Congressman Barry Moore currently represents District 2. His office tells me he won't make a decision on whether he's running for that district again until he sees the final map. The judges say that they intend to make their decision shortly. Live in Birmingham, Aaron Wise, ABC 3340 News.
Muriel Bailey here at the live desk with an alert out of Fultondale. A road is shut down while a gas line is being repaired. Fultondale Fire is at the scene of a wreck involving a high-pressure gas line, and this is on Stouts Road at KC DeMint. No injuries have been reported. Stouts Road and the surrounding area will be blocked off until that leak is repaired. Brenda?
Muriel Bailey at the live desk. A former Helena middle school teacher has been arrested on sex abuse charges. Helena police say Richard Granger's case is not related to his time at the school. Police say a victim came forward in December 2022, leading to an investigation. Granger was indicted by a grand jury on sodomy and sexual abuse charges. He was arrested in Florida on Monday.
From 2010 to 2020, the census shows Northport has grown 33%. The city's population right now is over 31,000 people. ABC 3340's Valerie Bell joins us now outside the Civic Center. Valerie, the Alabama Department of Transportation is proposing a project there to try to make traffic flow a little better.
Stephen, on any given day, 59,000 vehicles travel through this intersection. AlDOT is looking at adding turn lanes and a through lane on US 43 northbound. Now, this is just one of several projects Northport could see in the next few years to keep up with the growth.
People know that this is a good community to live. They can live comfortably here. They can buy the things they need, groceries and other things very close by. They can feel safe when they go to bed at night. All these things are important to people with families and people that move in. And so I think this is encouraging our growth.
Mayor John Hinton admits infrastructure in the city has been behind, particularly with paving. In the last 2 to 3 years, 16.5 miles of road have been paved using $5 million in local funding. The city is expecting in 2 years most major corridors will be done. There are also 3 big recreational centers being developed for a water park, sports complex, and adventure park.
Getting a variety of things, and I think some of the things that they're talking about doing with making a water park or something would be wonderful.
We've had a lot of road development and expansions that's really have helped, with the population growth that we've had here.
Additionally, the city has had studies done to update water and sewer infrastructure. The mayor says they are seeking grants to help address those problems. Live in Northport, I'm Valerie Bell, ABC 3340 News.
Just a reminder, the federal government is doing an emergency alert test tomorrow afternoon. An alert will be sent to all radios, televisions, and cell phones at about 1:20 p.m. You should receive a text saying it's only a test.
Alabama Power now has a new mobile app. Customers can use the app to try to make payments, track energy use, and report outages. You can also manage and view account details like contact information and your payment history. The app is only available for residential customers. You can find it on the App Store or Google Play. The City of Hoover's website has received a makeover. This is what hooveralabama.gov now looks like. The website went through an 18-month redesign process. The city says the new site's layout should be easier to navigate. Visitors will be able to find agendas and minutes for council meetings, report garbage collection delays, apply for a business license, even request a meeting with the mayor. New at 6, rainfall across the state has been pretty scarce this past month, and now farmers, they're starting to feel the impact.
ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson is in Munford. Gracie, I know it's a little late in the season, but you spoke with a strawberry farmer. How did he say his farm is handling the dry weather?
Well, Brenda, strawberries are one of the most expensive crops to maintain. The farmer telling me that it cost him nearly $10,000 an acre. He's been farming strawberries for nearly 17 years, and he says that this year is the latest farming season he's had yet.
We've been the 20th October before, but the beds was been wet. We put them in the ground, cover them up, but we're just having a hard time getting our beds wet to plant.
Ideally, farmers hope to have strawberries planted by October 1st. The first step is making the beds, which means the ground has to contain the perfect amount of moisture.
As it stands now, we've had not enough moisture in the month of September. We've had a little over an inch of rain, like 1.3 inches of rain. We normally need 1 inch to 1.5 inches a week.
Watt said they have about 30,000 beds made and 40,000 to go. They were able to do this by pumping water into these areas, which forced them to take the water system away from their pumpkins. The dry weather affecting much more than just this planting season.
For the horticulture guy that's planting cover crops, strawberries, anything like that, even the hay farmer, we're trying to get rye, wheat, oats, something planted so that we might get a cut in hay next spring. We wish we had some rain at this time of year.
Evan Nelson, the owner of Nelson Cattle and Hay in Bessemer, said they are seeing the effects of this dry season as well. Because of the dry weather, he told me they will likely have to start feeding their cattle hay earlier than usual.
We hope we've put up enough hay to last us through the winter. And if not, we'll have to go out and purchase more hay. And when you're a hay farmer having to buy hay, it's not a good day.
Now, Chip East did make it clear to me that a dry fall is good for some farmers. Those who are about to harvest corn and cotton need this dry weather to get the crops out of the fields. In Munford, Gracie Johnson, ABC 3340 News.
The Cullman County Fair returns this Thursday. The gates open at 5 p.m. and the fair runs through October 14th. The fair will feature rides, local arts and crafts, livestock, and a petting zoo. The fairgrounds are located off Sportsman Lake Road, northwest in Cullman. In the city of Tarrant, police and fire departments will hold their National Night Out tomorrow. National Night Out was created to strengthen relationships with first responders and the community. Tarrant's event will be held Wednesday night from 5:30 to 7:30 on Ford Avenue at Pinson Avenue. It will feature the longest table ever, where the community and public officials can sit and eat as neighbors. The event will also have food, music, a petting zoo, and much more.
He was a local boy with a goal to help the homeless. Now, how this young man's message has spread across the world.